Good evening, and welcome to another video of Great Man's Profits for the advanced learners. So, if you're an advanced trader and you're profitable, I'm guessing you're running into the same problems that I am. That the amount of capital that you need to continue your explorations is becoming harder to get. At least you plateau a little bit. So, you've realized that you need to expand your territories, and instead of trying to work hard for your money, you've got to find other ways to make it easier. Anyway, let's get into the video. There are 7 ways to make money in this world. Legally. There are 7 legal ways to make money. The first one, you earn. You work a job. The only problem is, it's time constricted. It's one of the ways they get you. Can't ever outwork the amount of time that you have in a day. Second one is profit. So you sell a product. You sell a product or a service. You own your own business. The third one is interest. You loan out money. The only problem is you need capital for that. And the other problem is you need insurance. So how the hell are you going to make sure that if you do loan something out, or if you do loan an organization money, that they're going to stick to their word and they're going to pay you back? The fourth one, is rental. You need capital to be able to own or rent property. You can borrow money, but to an extent, it might hinder you. You can always take out extra loans and borrow against the assets that you already have, but realistically, if you're in a position like myself, I don't have the capital to be able to buy and rent places. The fifth one, we're very familiar with this if we're traders, is capital gains. So, either the owning or the trading of stocks. That way you can make revenue. The only problem is you lose a huge amount to tax as soon as you take it out. So if you enroll in something else, it might be beneficial. And then, of course, you've got dividends from private equity or owning a large stock where, of course, you keep your maintained value and you make money on the side. And of course, number 7 is royalties for intellectual property. So the royalties and licensing of an intellectual idea. Now, for us, realistically, what does it look like for us to make money? Okay, well, I'm guessing if we're already trading, we're trying to avoid this first one, earning. So, we've realized that most of the jobs out there in the world are unfortunately not going to work for us. The idea of either we have to find a boss that we have to put up with, or the fact that we're going to be limited to a salary and no boss is ever going to pay you enough to move in next to him. Okay, let's say interest. You can find people to loan out money, but realistically, until you get to a steady point where you can loan out huge amounts, it's not worth your while. And the amount of insurance that you would need to make sure that someone is paying you back, we're not the mob. So that one's out. Number 3 and number 1. Rental. You know what? Most people can keep that on, but I'm going to take it off for the sake of the argument. We are already on the path for capital gains. If you're interested in trading, you also understand that investing is part of it once you make enough money. So, I'm guessing that that one is already ticked off, that we're working on it. Dividends, let's say, yes, that is a good option, and royalties. But the one that I want to focus on most for this video is selling a product, because it also works in with royalties. Okay, so how do you sell a product or service? Well, it's very simple. You need to find something that you can make once and sell infinite amount of times. Of course, it's going to take time to make this one item. So, how do you find out what you want to sell? So, either you can go down the product or services. But, how does that actually work? Well, to find an idea that's actually worthwhile for being sold or sold, you have to look at something called utility delta.